Welcome to the first ever episode of the Conscious Creator podcast. I've been wanting to launch this episode for over 2 years to press the record button. And I want to paint a little bit of picture of where I am right now for those that aren't watching with video, just listening to audio. I'm actually driving in my truck and on my way traveling, and my schedule right now is very full. But I found myself using that as a reason to not record this episode. So no longer am I going to let any excuses like that, any resistance I have about perfection, guide my decisions on when and where I share my message that I want to share with everybody out there. So here I am in my truck, driving along. I can't even look at the camera, but I'm recording this very first episode, and damn happy to be doing it. The Conscious Creator podcast. This platform will serve as a space for me to share my message with the world on conscious living, on waking up every day consciously, from as simple as the breaths we take to being grateful for stepping on the ground and being able to stretch, to hugging our kids in the morning and doing it all with intention and purpose. That is what being a conscious creator is about. And that is what I truly feel and strive to embody in my life, and I want to share with others. So this is what this platform will be about. I have many amazing humans that I'm going to line up, that I'm going to invite into this space to have these conversations with, and I can't wait to share it with everybody. People that are influencing at a local level to people that are influencing at a global level, and everything in between. And there's magic in being able to share that with the world and helping others resonate with the messages that they have to share. I want to tell a little bit about my story of why this podcast, why Conscious Creator, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And to be honest, 2 years ago, this started very differently, where I just wanted to share positive messages with the world because I've always felt I have it within me to do that. And so that's kind of what I wanted to do, but I was always thinking about how I market it to people and how I'm going to put it out there, and really overthinking it. And then I let it die. I didn't take any steps towards putting it in place because frankly, I overthought it, and I thought it had to be perfect. And that's not what it has to be to get a message out there and share and influence with others. So this latest chapter and why we're here where we are is about a year and a half ago now. I was having a little bit of a crisis, I could say, in my life, where I came into the new year and I felt a little bit overweight. I was tired, I was getting frustrated easily. I wasn't living consciously, the bottom line. And to look at my life from an in-the-box perspective, I have a great job, I have an amazing wife, I have 2 young kids that I love and adore, and an amazing family, a house, all check all the boxes that society defines as happiness, and I had them. But something was missing. I wasn't getting excited for birthdays. I wasn't getting excited for occasions that normally would, light an individual up. And so I had to really start assess things. And a lot of us, in doing that, we always look outward. We always look at our jobs. We look at our family. We look at the outside influences. And at the end of the day, those are all peripheral. Those are all physical. Those are all these things that we really don't dictate how we feel. The only place to look is inside, is at ourselves and what we're putting into the world and the reflection that we see in the mirror of ourselves and how we feel about ourselves, and do we love ourselves? And so that's a place that was new to me that I started to dive deep on. And I looked at my eating habits, I looked at my physical and my exercising, I looked at how many drinks I was having, and then I looked at my other conscious consumption, and that was my social media. Who am I listening to? Where am I getting the messages from? When I have some downtime, if I'm watching Netflix, what am I watching? Is it influential? Is it motivational, inspirational? So that's what I started to look at. Within a 3-month period of being very conscious of these things and making small incremental changes in my life, my eyes started to open. Instead of throwing a show on for my kids in the morning, I was grabbing them and embracing them, looking out the window and talking about the mountains that we see, and asking my boys, what they're excited about in their day. I'd find myself driving along and doing the same thing, kind of daydreaming and feeling a connection with nature and just feeling again. Just getting that back in my life. And that came from these changes and looking inward and starting to create silence, meditation, went into breathwork practices. And I just created space within myself, and I forgave myself for a lot of the judgments I put on me as well. And in this process, it really allowed for my connection and my spirit to connect with guides and things to come to light. Now, to go even a little bit deeper on this, last May, I was in this peak state. Okay, I figured it out. Best physical shape I've been in years. Mentally strong as ever. Doing very well in the various elements of my life that I was talking about, personal and business. And I started to feel some pain in my joints. And I thought, okay, I've been working out. My ego tells me that I need to recover, so I take a bit of a break, go back at it. Notice my wrists were a bit swollen, and thinking, okay, well, I probably gained some muscle there. The pain wasn't going away. It was there. I started to do some tests with my doctors, dive in on that. Everything was normal. I was healthy as a horse, other than a couple allergic blips on the radar. I was feeling fine other than that, clear-minded. Starting to get a little bit fatigued, but test after test after test. We started x-rays on the areas that were hurting me on my joints. They looked fine. However, my hands were swollen, my knees were swollen, my feet were swollen. I hired a naturopath. We went through tests. She sent me back to the GP, do tests, do these, do that. And we went through it. And eventually she conferred with some colleagues, and they said, we think you should send away for a private test for Lyme disease, because you're showing symptoms of this, because we've done all these tests under the sun. We've seen neurologists, we've looked at your skeletal structure, we've looked at the joints, we've looked at it all, and nothing was showing. So I sent away a private test to Germany, to an institute, and it came back that I had Lyme disease. I had 4 different diseases from a tick bite that had happened back in March when we cut down trees in our backyard. So, in all honesty, I was relieved. We had an answer. We had something to fight and go after. I went on antibiotics, and I took a break from them to help repair my system while I was doing some other holistic treatments and, looking at meditations and starting to dive deep on energy healing, and really just to start to look at how I could help myself. Come September, I'd lost 55 pounds. All the muscle I put on from, the launch program I'd done earlier in the year and feeling amazing was gone. I was having brain fog. I was having very challenging moments personally, where as a man, I looked at myself, and physically is how we tend to judge ourselves. And I've done that, for a lot in my life, and how I see myself also as a protector. It's shit, if we were ever out in public with my family, I'm so skinny now and thin and I don't have muscle, I could never protect my family. So these fears created to snowball, and all of this negativity really started to hit. And, again, treatments, antibiotics, you name it, research, talking to other people who'd been diagnosed with Lyme. And it wasn't until I decided to do some alternate treatment in December called Cambo Treatment, which is actually, it's a frog excretion that's a poison from the Amazon. So I worked with a shaman, a spiritual teacher, and I did this treatment. And it really helped me see a different side to things in my healing, and why I was given and delivered by the universe what I now call a gift. And I forgave myself for getting angry and frustrated, and I went through the motions of learning that this literally was a gift to me. And it was given to me to teach me the preciousness of life, and to teach me patience, and to bring back what I had asked for, and that is, physical challenge that would help me see the greatness in life and really help me strive for my truest potential. And that's what it has since set me on a path to do. It has unlocked something within me that put this disease aside. It does not define me. It's not a part of me. It was here and is here to serve me a lesson. And when I've learned everything I need to learn from it, it will move on. But it has put me on a path to become, bluntly, the highest version of myself that I can possibly be. And now my mission is to help others do the same. And that's not just in suffering, but it's in wanting to do that every day, not needing to get to this point of, something affecting you physically, mentally, your health, where you have to have a turning point to say, okay, now I need to step up, and now I need to look at my life. No, but just do it from a state of wanting better for yourself, and wanting better for your family, and wanting better for your partner, and wanting better for all aspects of your life. It's all too often we get caught up in the daily grind. We go to work, we're tired, we come home, we eat, we sleep, we repeat. That is not truly living. That is not living to our truest potential. And that is not how we influence the ones we love. And so that is what I am here, and why I'm created this platform to do, is to truly help inspire others and look at the way they live. Take a gentle, forgiving look at the way you live, and don't judge yourself, but look at where you can improve. Look at where you can live consciously, creatively, every day. What fires you up? What ignites your soul, your passion? When you do that, you give permission for others around you to do that. You become a light for others around you. So this, my friends, is what you need to do. Listen to your gut. Listen to that instinct. That is your connection with the universe, telling you, guiding you what to do. So if any of this resonated with you, I urge you to follow my channel, to stick around, to listen, to watch the next video. There's guests coming. I'm so excited about it all. This is just the beginning. And if it didn't resonate with you, I hope it does soon, because there's many beautiful messages to be shared. And know that life is not perfect. Your day-to-day is not perfect. This is not how I wanted to record this first episode. I don't even like the dress shirt that I'm wearing, because I don't wear dress shirts unless I have to. I have a beautiful studio set up at home, not studio, but desk with microphone, professional, all this stuff. And I did this first episode on my phone so that I could get it done and share it with the world now, because it's been too long. So know that none of us are perfect, but we're here, and as a community, and when we lean on each other and we find our tribe and we look for those like-minded individuals to grow with and expand our consciousness with, that is where the beauty of life comes from. So I appreciate each and every one of you for listening to this first episode. I truly hope you stick around to listen to further messages. And I'm just so excited to bring all this greatness to the world finally. So keep your eyes peeled, sending tons of love to everybody. Have an amazingly powerful day. And always remember to learn, to love, and to laugh. Until next time.
If today's episode resonated with you in any way, or you feel it added value to your day, please feel free to share it with friends. And of course, link and subscribe so that you can be alerted for future episodes. We sincerely appreciate you watching, and always remember to learn, laugh, and love. Until next time.